Please hang up and try again.
Hey, what's up everyone? Louis Tran here. Since the world is now in mass hysteria because of the virus, we're all encouraged to work from home and avoid unnecessary human interaction. So for people like me, it's just another day. So instead of selling hand sanitizer for $1,000 a bottle, we're gonna take a look at my current Mac and PC gaming setup as of March 2020. As always, all the links to what I talk about in this video will be in the description. Now, this isn't the most cleanest and best cable managed setup because I'm always changing and moving my gear around, and it always ends up a mess no matter how many times I try to organize this. I think in the past 90 days the setup has changed about 3 to 5 times. This is where I work, play, and basically spend most of my time when I'm at home. Oh wait, let me show you my setup when I'm not at home. There you go. Okay, so back home, the desk itself is an IKEA standing desk, but you need to use the crank to raise it. I kind of regret not getting the electronic one, but I decided to cheap out and save the $100 instead. The main device that drives all of this is the 16-inch MacBook Pro. I did a few videos on this and so far it's been working out great. The configuration that I have is the Intel Core i9 processor, 32 gigs RAM, 2 terabytes of storage, and it's running the AMD Radeon 5500. In running macOS, I use Final Cut Pro and run a handful of virtual machines for work. On Windows Bootcamp, I do everything else on it, such as Microsoft Office and play games on my Steam library. When I'm at home, I have an Akito Node eGPU with an NVIDIA RTX 2070 super connected to it. However, that built-in Radeon 5500 does a decent job on its own, so I get pretty good gaming performance when I'm on the go. The display that I'm currently running is a 35-inch 3440 by 1440 ultra-wide gaming monitor with 100 megahertz from Monoprice. Yes, I know it's only 100 megahertz, but I've been gaming on 60 hertz for over 2 decades, and so for me, it's definitely an upgrade. People often ask me a lot about these arms that I hold up on my display, and the stand that seems to make my laptop float on my desk. The monitor arm is called the NB North Bayou, which has been absolutely life-changing for me. I can adjust the arm however I want to. I can raise, lower, change the angle, and rotate the display in portrait view. It also saves a lot of space on my desk versus using an actual stand. The stand for the laptop is called EZM Laptop Arm Extension. Don't ask, that's what it's called, which I usually have my laptops on. I usually keep a laptop cooler on it as well because sometimes while gaming it runs quite hot. This arm is awesome because I can easily angle my laptop display if I want to utilize both of the screens. And when I put an eGPU on my desk, I can move the laptop onto the side to save more space. Speakers on my desk are the Bose Companion 2. I bought these a while back at a Bose outlet and never used them. I think I tried plugging them in once and got sound only on one side, so I thought they were defective, and I had them sitting in a closet for almost 3 years, and I've been using the Sony Here Go speakers on my desk instead. A few months ago, I decided to give them another shot, so I plugged them in, and still the same problem. But I noticed the 3.5 to 3.5 mil adapter had a broken tip at one of the ends, so I tried a different cable and boom, they worked perfectly. These aren't the best sounding speakers, but I think at $49 they do a decent job. Speaking of sound, when I need a headset for gaming, I use the Razer Nari. I got these on sale for $79 and so far these have been great. Don't really care about the RGB colors, but they sound good and they're quite comfortable. In fact, I don't use these just for gaming. I use these on conference calls all the time and people hear me loud and clear. Another Razer product that I have is the Goliathus, which is their mouse mat. I think this is the cheapest Razer product that they sell and it goes for about $8. Nothing really special, just a thin, low profile mouse pad that does its job. The keyboard I'm using is the Logitech MX keyboard. I like how it's wireless, backlit, handles 3 different devices, and can recharge through USB-C. It's a decent and responsive keyboard that gets the job done, but I really do miss typing on a mechanical keyboard. And the mouse that I'm using is the MX Master 3. To me, it isn't that big of an upgrade from the MX Master 2, so if you already have the 2 and are thinking of upgrading, I would stick with the 2, which is already a great mouse. But the biggest difference is of course the MX Master 3, which has USB-C charging, and the scroll wheel, in my opinion, is a bit more stiff. I think I like the feel of the MX Master 2 better, but for the most part, they're both pretty similar. My game controller of choice for when I'm playing games on my PC, or while I'm playing games in Windows Bootcamp, is the standard white Xbox One controller. I play quite a bit of JRPGs and games like Tomb Raider, so it works best for me when I'm not playing first-person shooters. Also, what I keep on my desk are 2 cameras. For vacation and traveling, I have the Sony RX100 Mark V. Not really interested in upgrading to the 7 because I like that this has a built-in ND filter and 1.8 aperture instead of the 2.8 on the newer cameras. However, there is a rumor circulating that Sony will come out with a 16-50 f1.4 later this year with a mic port, but so far, very happy with this for now. My main rig is the Sony a7 III, which I picked up earlier this year and has 2 sets of lenses, the Tamron 17-28 f2.8 for those wide shots, and the Tamron 28-75 f2.8 for everything else. Both these lenses are awesome, produce excellent photo and video quality, and I believe they're a lot better value than the Sony G Master lens, which costs more than double. I keep both these cameras on my desk to remind me to grab at least one of them, depending on the occasion, to take photos every day. Sure, I can use my iPhone 11 Pro to take photos, but it's just not the same. And that's all that I have. I try not to have too much clutter when possible because I get too easily distracted. Less is more. Now, if you have any questions or comments about any of the stuff that I use, please hit me up in the comments. I appreciate a like on my videos and get excited when someone subscribes. So thanks for watching, stay safe, and I will catch you in the next video.